Chosen one, you twist the plot without even flinching. You've got people in the hot seat, watching you move in silence, stoically demanding respect they thought you'd never require. This version of you doesn't chase closure, explanations or validation. You create it. You're not just setting standards anymore, you are the standard. The quiet confidence you radiate is unsettling to those who thrived on your uncertainty. They can't predict you now, and that's the beauty of it. Right now, your energy commands rooms before you speak. You twist the narrative by standing tall, calm and unbothered. The respect you once begged for is now being offered, not through fear, through recognition of power earned. You are like Aquaman. You can be on land and you can be in the sea, but you never really wanted to be king. You never wanted to usurp anyone's throne. You just wanted peace. There are certain positions you have had to take in life because you needed something. Maybe it wasn't the greatest thing for you personally, but you did it for the greater good of others. You carried responsibilities that weren't yours to carry. You took on roles that drained you. You accepted situations that didn't serve you because you were thinking about everyone else. But something is shifting right now, and it's going to change everything about how you operate. You are about to start doing things for the greater good of you. Think about when Aquaman's brother gets mad because the throne seems threatened, and Aquaman's like, I don't want this throne. I am just trying to keep peace. That's been your energy. Whatever you have been holding on to, whether it's been months or years or just weeks, you are about to say what you need to say because it's causing indecisiveness inside you. It's causing inner turmoil, and it doesn't have to be on a massive scale. It's literally anything where you have had enough, where you are seeing the truth of situations where you invested and people tried to autocorrect what you were building. You are going to have to get a little bit mean, not cruel, not vicious, but mean in the sense that you are no longer cushioning your truth to protect people's feelings. You are no longer bending yourself into pretzels to make others comfortable. And here's the part you haven't realized yet. People need to see this side of you. Everyone needs to understand that you have limits, that you have standards, that you have requirements, because right now, people think you are infinite in your tolerance. People think you can keep pushing and you will keep absorbing. Everyone is about to learn different. There's a reason you recognize this Aquaman energy so deeply, because like Maleficent, you were nice in the beginning. Life was good. You were open and trusting and generous with your energy, and then your wings got clipped. Someone betrayed you so deeply that it changed something fundamental in how you move through the world. You became the big bad wolf of the forest, the one people whisper about, the one that makes other people scared because everyone knows you are not playing anymore. But here's what's different about this villain era. You are not the villain, you are the protector. Like Maleficent protecting the forest, you are protecting what's yours. You are getting your wings back. You are going to protect what belongs to you with a fierceness people haven't seen from you before. And you are still unique. You are still one of a kind. In fact, you are about to discover that you are not as alone as you thought. There are other people like you out there. People who have been through wing-clipping experiences of their own. People who understand what it's like to go from open-hearted to strategically guarded. This is your second chapter. Your part one ended where you went through being on one side of the scale or the other, never really knowing how to be in the middle, never fully balanced, always either too giving or too closed off, always either too trusting or too suspicious. But now you are finding your center, you are becoming grounded, and in this second chapter you are finding like-minded people. But you are not letting anyone take advantage of you. You are not repeating old patterns with new people. You are the road engineer now. You are the general contractor of your life, and as you are building and mapping things out, if you don't switch up your work ethic, if you don't become a little more stoic, people are going to run amok, and you will end up burnt out or in the hospital or paying a price you didn't agree to pay. Something has been going on with people not finishing things with you. People around you that you care about being in the spirit of delay. You are sifting through so many questions right now. Are you going to stay with certain people? Are people going to rise up with you? Are you going to keep anyone around? Are people going to make the cut? Are you going to stay at certain jobs? Because here's what's coming. Many of you are about to be self-employed if you are not already. You are opening your heart. You are daring to be vulnerable about your gifts. You are accepting that you are very talented and you are ready to enrich your life and the lives of others. But somebody has been playing in your face. Whoever has been playing in your face, whoever has been breaking promises, you have had it. You are officially putting your foot down with people who haven't been communicating honestly. Specifically, I am talking about people not following through, people who had the best intentions, people who meant to do something, people who question whether you really want to do what you said you wanted to do. None of that matters anymore. You said you would do this, so let's do that, or I am moving on. It doesn't matter if it's your mother, brother, cousin, lover, or best friend. This applies to every area of your life. Where did things autocorrect? Where did you stay in your lane and let something slide because you thought you would fix it later? You are rectifying all of that right now, and this is getting you out of your comfort zone because you are used to being tough with enemies. You are used to standing up to people who are clearly against you. But what's hard for you is tough love with people you actually care about, the people you take under your wing, the people you are trying to build a life with. This is where you are learning to be a little bit tougher. You cannot let anyone just run wild. This is about wanting to give someone the life you never had, but requiring appreciation first. For some of you, this means going in there with swords blazing, telling everyone clearly, I will never be your punching bag, your dumpster fire, or your trash can. For others, it's smaller scale. It's remembering to hold people accountable for finishing what was started. You are no longer letting people get away with not following through. If you were doing a collaboration and somebody didn't do the part promised, you are not just swallowing that anymore. You are addressing it. You are requiring completion. You are demanding follow-through. If this message activated your knowing, hype this video to connect with more chosen ones on this journey. You are actually being supported in this time by your angels and your ancestors. This is part of your life path. Practicing tough love with people you care about greatly is one of your assignments. It's not optional. It's not something you can skip. This is how you level up. This is how you step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. And there's a reason it's happening now, instead of earlier or later. The timing is perfect even if it doesn't feel comfortable. Some people have been trying to emulate what you are doing. People see you as very successful. Your work ethic is always changing and evolving, but your enemies don't really know that. Some of these people are ex-friends of yours. People see you as a direct threat to what's being built, to the facade, to how presentation is being managed. People see you as a threat, and you have been calling back your energy. With harm to none, you have been reclaiming what's yours, calling it back cleansed and free of negativity. And here's the beautiful part. Anyone attempting to drain you in the future finds that attacks just make your beauty multiply, make your finances multiply. You are entering a phase where you have no problem being the bad guy because there's so much spiritual growth coming in, so many opportunities heading your way. You are becoming a sergeant with people who are playing in your face, whether those games are big or small. And let me tell you something that's going to save your life. If you don't go with this flow, it will only affect your mental health and your physical health. Your body is already giving you signals. Your stress levels are already showing you what happens when you don't honor this shift. Archangel Michael is present in your life right now, supporting this transition. You are re-energizing and finally saying, I have to do me. People are really looking at you like you are very successful. Some people are in fact trying to take advantage of you because you appear to be doing so well, and you are toning it down now. However generous you used to be, you are pausing the assistance you give people until everyone gets it right. You are the perfect instructor for this job. Hold the phone, pause, wait a minute. Just because you look like you are doing well doesn't mean people can run wild. Just because it looks like you are thriving doesn't mean anyone can take advantage or be spoiled brats. It doesn't mean you are paying for everything. You are officially on it like a sergeant. You are locked in. You are being asked to focus your light and listen for messages. And as you are listening, things that really strike a chord with you right now, you are taking those and moving forward immediately. You are not ignoring those signs anymore. You are really working on yourself, and people are seeing you as a direct threat because you are successful and you have plenty and you are growing. These people are clout hungry. People are trying to copy you and emulate you, but copying you at this time will not work. The memo didn't arrive, but you got it. You are not rehearsing what you are going to say. You are not practicing in the mirror. You are not writing scripts for confrontation. You just open your mouth and truth pours out with such clarity that it stuns even you sometimes. This is divine articulation. Your ancestors are literally speaking through you. The words land with weight because your words are backed by spiritual authority that transcends your individual power. When you say this stops now, the universe enforces that boundary, whether the person cooperates or not. People are catching whiplash from how fast you shifted. One day you are the understanding one who gives endless chances. The next day you are calmly reciting a list of infractions people thought you forgot about. You didn't forget anything. You were just choosing your moment. You were waiting until you had the spiritual backing to make your stand stick. That moment arrived, and you seized it without hesitation. No trembling voice, no apologetic tone, no softening the blow, just pure unapologetic truth delivered with surgical precision. What makes this so powerful is your stoicism. You are not yelling, you are not crying, you are not having an emotional breakdown while you address what went wrong. You are calm, you are centered, you are unmovable. That steadiness is more terrifying to people than any outburst could ever be, because an emotional explosion can be dismissed as you having a bad day. But this calm collection of facts, this peaceful presentation of boundaries, this serene assertion of standards, that's permanent. That's you making a statement about who you are now and who you will be from this point forward. You are also watching people scramble to replace the energy you used to freely give. People are realizing how much you were holding together, how many gaps you were filling, how many problems you were solving that weren't even yours to solve. Now that you have stepped back, the whole operation is showing cracks. Things are falling apart, not because you are sabotaging anything, but because you are simply no longer being the glue. You are letting people experience the natural consequences of their own disorganization, their own lack of planning, their own refusal to step up. This is making you seem cold to people who benefited from your warmth. But you are not cold, you are boundaried. There's a massive difference. Cold would be taking pleasure in watching struggle unfold. Boundaried is simply saying this is not my struggle to fix and continuing with your own work. You are not responsible for other people's growth. Park. You are not required to carry others to finish lines when laziness prevents self-motivated running. Your job is to handle your responsibilities with excellence and let everyone else do the same. If capability is lacking, that's information about who people are, not a referendum on your compassion. At everything you are reconsidering, you have one foot out the door because you refuse to settle. You have been dealing with tricksters at work whose problems keep backfiring, but lessons still haven't been learned because numbing continues constantly. Another thing you are working on is more playtime, more free time, more relaxation, more time to enjoy yourself. The death and rebirth process you just went through taught you, I am going to stop working so hard for everybody else and start doing things for me. Because you started feeling empty and alone. You started feeling like your creativity was blocked. And creativity gets blocked when you are dealing with anxiety or you have the wrong people in your lives. It blocks your blessings, your finances, and all types of other things. What people don't understand about your transformation is that you are not being reactive, you are being strategic. Every person you are putting in the hot seat has been carefully evaluated. You are not lashing out randomly. You are methodically addressing patterns that have persisted despite multiple gentle attempts to course correct. You gave people opportunities to do better when you were still soft about it. Gentleness got interpreted as permission to continue. Now people are learning that silence wasn't agreement, patience wasn't acceptance. Your quiet observation was you giving rope to either climb up or hang with. Most chose the latter. The stoic energy you are carrying now comes from deep spiritual maturity. You understand that getting emotional gives people ammunition. When you cry or yell, focus can shift to your delivery instead of actions taken. Things become about how you said it instead of what you said. But when you are calm, when you are collected, when you present facts without drama, there's nowhere to hide. Deflection to your tone becomes impossible. Dismissal as overreacting doesn't work. Actual facing of what was done has to occur, and that's deeply uncomfortable for people who have been avoiding accountability. You are also incredibly selective about who even gets a seat at your table now, let alone who gets called to the hot seat. Some people don't deserve the energy it takes to confront. Some people aren't worth the conversation. For those individuals, you are simply removing access. Ton of people are waking up one day to realize you are just gone. No big announcement, no dramatic exit speech. You just quietly stepped back, and everyone is left wondering what happened. That's a power move that's even more effective than confrontation sometimes. Your absence becomes the loudest statement you could make. Your energy has become so unshakable that manipulators cannot find an entry point anymore. People are used to finding cracks in armor, little insecurities to exploit, little guilt buttons to push, little fears to activate. But when approach happens now, a wall of pure certainty gets hit. You know who you are, you know what you deserve, you know what you won't tolerate. There's no crack for wedging into, no guilt that lands, no fear to amplify. You are sealed up tight, and it's driving people absolutely crazy. This is why people who used to control you are now nervous around you. The feeling exists that leverage has been lost, the old tactics aren't working, the old manipulation strategies are failing. Everything that used to make you fold gets tried, and you just stand there unmoved, watching the cycle through the playbook like you are studying techniques. And in a way you are learning all the moves so you can spot them faster when new people try the same games. You are becoming manipulation-proof through exposure and awareness. You are becoming more assertive, and it's leaving people shook. Normally allowance was given for that. Normally permission existed to do whatever. Well, your let them season ended. That door closed. You let people show you who everyone is. You wanted to see what people are really about. Show me who you are. Show me your true colors. And the showing occurred. Your vision got auto-corrected. Advantage got taken. Stealing happened. Scamming happened. Lies were told. Promises got broken. Indecisiveness and deceit were the mode. You watched all of it. You took notes. You learned everything you needed to know about who people really are. What's fascinating is how you are handling the confrontations. There's no revenge in your approach, no desire to make people suffer or pay. You are simply establishing reality. This is what happened. This is how it affected me. This is what changes now. Clean, direct. Impossible to argue with, because you are not dealing in feelings or interpretations. You are dealing in documented facts. Times when one thing got said and another got done. Promises made and broken. Agreements violated. You kept receipts, not because pettiness exists, but because thoroughness matters. And now those receipts are coming out, and people are realizing you were paying attention to everything assumed to be missed. People are also discovering that you are not interested in endless discussion. You are not debating your boundaries. You are not negotiating your standards. You state what needs to happen, and then you wait to see if action follows. If it does, great. If it doesn't, you move accordingly without anger or drama, just simple cause and effect. You said you would respect my time, and you didn't, so now you don't have access to my time. Straightforward, no mixed messages, no empty threats, just clear consequences that you follow through on every single time. You are done with people trying to catfish you or tell you someone exists who doesn't. You figured out who people were during your Let Them season, and some are not making the cut. People definitely tried to undermine you, pacify you, patronize you, play you, and you are getting to the point where you are striking fear in the people that need you. People need you, and playing games needs to stop. This is literally messing where people sleep. Access to someone valuable is being sabotaged. You are about to strike fear in those who tried to undermine you. The fear you are striking isn't because you are being threatening, it's because you are being real. You are pulling back the curtain on the games and naming them out loud. You are saying, I see exactly what you are doing and I am not participating anymore. That level of clarity is terrifying to people who rely on plausible deniability, who need you to pretend you don't notice patterns, who count on you being too polite to call out behavior. You are not being polite anymore, you are being honest. And honesty without apology is a superpower that most people never develop. Look, you already know the attacks weren't random, and if you're paying attention you can feel it. Their walls are closing in. So let's talk about what we're doing about it. That's why I built Destiny Engine. It generates personalized sequences that help you rewire betrayal into transcendence, turn isolation into sacred power, and transform their downfall into your rise. We are using the Dark Elite's own weapons against them, taking their declassified consciousness technology that programmed competition and scarcity and repurposing it to serve cooperative intelligence. Roundo, the beauty is, you don't even have to lift a finger. You put on the headphones, press play, and your subconscious is rewired while your enemies collapse under the weight of their own lies. This is why I created it in the beginning, so everything they did to break you becomes fuel for your purpose. The collective upgrade is underway. Start your Destiny Engine for $1 today and watch divine justice accelerate in your life. Link in the description. What makes you so formidable now is that you are not seeking validation for your perspective. You are not asking people if you have a right to feel how you feel. You are not checking with others to see if your boundaries are reasonable. You have done your internal work. You know your truth. You trust your perceptions. When someone tries to gaslight you into questioning your reality, you just look calmly and restate your truth without wavering. That refusal to be moved is what's putting people in the hot seat. Manipulation cannot work on what cannot be destabilized. You are also making it clear that access to you is a privilege, not a right. People who thought permanent citizenship existed in your world are finding out the visa has been revoked. The ban isn't forever necessarily, but probation definitely exists. Proof is required that showing up correctly can happen before access returns, and some people won't make it. Some will refuse to do the work. Some will decide you are asking too much by requiring basic respect and reciprocity. Those people are self-selecting out of your life, and you are letting the exit happen without chasing. You are reconsidering certain relationships. You are not going to let anyone think this behavior is okay anymore. You are being supported in standing firm. You are being supported in leaving people shook, becoming more assertive, and showing people you are not the one to play with. This might even turn a friendship upside down, but it is what it is. You are being asked to be brave and not scared of certain conflicts with loved ones, because it's going to make respect happen. It's going to make people see you differently. This is your divine masculine energy coming through. You want to be divinely assertive. You are not trying to be mean. You are just getting to the bottom of who tried you during the Let Them season. The courage it takes to confront people you actually care about is different from standing up to obvious enemies. With enemies, it's easy. There's no love complicating the equation. But with people you care about, people you have history with, people you genuinely want in your life, it's harder. You have to risk the relationship to save it. You have to be willing to lose connection to find out if the bond is real. That's the gamble you are taking right now, and it's the bravest thing you have ever done. Some people will rise to meet you. People will hear what you are saying and make real changes. Sincere apologies will happen, and then proof through consistent action will demonstrate meaning. Energy and effort will get matched. Standards will get met because you are valued enough for the work. These people are your real tribe. These are the ones who are going to build with you. These are the relationships that make it to the next level because survival through the purification process occurred, but others won't make it. Your boundaries will get heard as rejection. Your standards will get interpreted as judgment. Attack will get felt when protection was actually happening. These people cannot handle the real you because comfort only existed with the diminished version, the version that existed for convenience, the version that absorbed dysfunction without complaint. Now that you are full-sized, taking up all the space you are entitled to, handling becomes impossible, and that's information. That tells you real love never existed, only love for what you did existed. The way you are handling these separations is remarkably clean. No smear campaigns, no trying to turn mutual friends against anyone, no need to be vindicated publicly. You are just quietly stepping back and letting your absence speak for itself. People who are paying attention notice. Removal from toxic dynamics with grace gets seen. Boundary enforcement without drama gets watched, and respect grows because of it. Your silence becomes more powerful than any explanation you could give. You are working on doing what makes you feel good and listening more to your intuition, so you know how to maneuver after receiving information. Don't engage with certain people. Dragging down will occur. Someone is being sneaky around you. You are also the walking plot twist. Some people really think you won't auto-correct the situation, or rectify what's wrong, or put people in the hot seat. The thought exists that you would never say certain things. Watch what happens. You are done being backstabbed. You are done carrying swords in your back and pretending you don't feel them. Your intuition has become your primary navigation system. You are not overriding gut feelings anymore to be nice. You are not ignoring red flags because you don't want to seem judgmental. You are not talking yourself out of what you know to be true because discomfort exists. When your spirit says this person is off, you believe it immediately. When your inner knowing says walk away, you move without looking back. When your discernment shows you true intentions, you act on that information decisively. This is what it looks like to be in full alignment with your higher self. The sneaky people around you are getting exposed without you having to do anything. The universe is handling everyone. You are watching schemes fall apart in real time. You are seeing lies catch up. You are witnessing karma work faster than you have ever seen it move before. Because when you are operating in integrity, when you are walking in your truth, when you are protected by divine forces, anyone working against you is working against themselves. Energy boomerangs back and takes people out. You don't have to lift a finger. You just have to stay in your power and let the universe do what it does. You are going to be more courageous, more daring, more brave. You are ready for adventure. Remember that you are charming even when you are being firm. You are calling in your soul tribe. You are calling in people who are unique just like you. Some of these current people aren't making the cut, and you are going to complete this lesson successfully. The training wheels are coming off. Wherever you felt trapped, helpless, or isolated, you are getting out of that mess. Your courage isn't reckless, it's calculated. You are not being brave for the sake of being brave. You are being courageous because you have counted the cost and decided that your peace is worth whatever it takes to protect it. You have determined that your future is more valuable than your comfort in this moment. You have chosen growth over stagnation, even though growth requires confronting hard truths. That's real bravery. Not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward despite it. The charm you are maintaining through this transformation is crucial. You are not becoming harsh or bitter. You are not losing your warmth or your humanity. You are simply becoming boundaried while staying open-hearted with people who deserve that openness. You can be firm and kind simultaneously. You can hold people accountable while still wishing everyone well. You can enforce consequences without being cruel. That balance is what separates evolved assertiveness from toxic aggression. You are doing the former, and people can feel the difference even if it still stings. Your soul tribe is magnetizing toward you right now because your frequency changed. Like calls to like. When you were operating in people-pleasing mode, you attracted people who needed someone to please them. Now that you are operating in self-honoring mode, you are attracting people who honor themselves too, people who understand reciprocity, people who show up consistently, people who value what you bring without trying to exploit it. These new connections feel different, easier, more natural, like coming home to yourself through another person's presence. The people who aren't making the cut are making exits in various ways. Some are walking away offended that you dared to have standards. Some are fading out slowly, unable to match your new energy. Some are getting removed by the universe before more damage can be caused. However exits happen, leaving is occurring, and you are not holding on. You are not bargaining or negotiating or trying to make it work one more time. You are letting go with both hands and trusting that what's meant for you won't require you to shrink yourself to keep it. Whoever was trying to bully you or being irresponsible, you are saying this is out of control and you don't tolerate this type of behavior. People are in for a rude awakening. You have loved ones who are in for a rude awakening. You are paying off debt right now. You have positive change, relief and recovery coming in. You have been bouncing back from being in a spiritual dark night, a slumber, a hibernation. You had to endure and overcome depression, grief, trauma, and heartbreak. Now you can enjoy happy news. You are elevating in your spirituality. You are moving through self-doubt. Something you are working on is burnout and exhaustion. Doing too much for everybody. You cannot do that anymore. It just doesn't work. It doesn't sustain. There's also some spell work you have been dealing with in your love life. Some jealousy coming from outside sources trying to interfere with your relationships, but you are going to be vindicated. This is the power of the divine masculine rising up in you. You could be seeing orbs of light or things out of the corner of your eyes. You can feel your spiritual abilities and psychic abilities enhancing. Everything here is about your ascension. The burnout you are recovering from taught you something invaluable. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and you cannot fill everyone else's cup while yours has a hole in it. You had to stop serving others and start serving yourself first. That's not selfish. That's survival. That's sustainability. That's the only way you can show up powerfully for anything or anyone. You are filling your own cup now with such dedication that people who were used to drinking from it are upset. Finding their own wells is now required. Learning to hydrate themselves is now necessary. You are done being the only source of nourishment. The spellwork and jealousy directed at your relationships reveals how powerful your connections are. People only attack what gets perceived as valuable. If your relationships were weak, no one would bother trying to destroy them. The fact that others are working overtime to interfere tells you that what you have is worth protecting, and you are protecting it. You are praying over it. You are shielding it. You are removing access from anyone who speaks negatively about it. You are creating a fortress around what matters most. Your psychic abilities are exploding right now because you are finally trusting what you receive. You are not second-guessing your visions. You are not dismissing your knowing as coincidence. You are not rationalizing away your intuitive hits. When you see something in your mind's eye, you pay attention. When you hear guidance, you follow it. When you feel a shift in energy, you respond accordingly. This trust in your spiritual senses is amplifying them exponentially. The more you use these gifts, the stronger becoming occurs. The more you honor what you receive, the clearer the messages get. Your ascension is accelerating because you cleared the blockages. Every person you remove who was draining you creates space for higher frequencies to enter. Every boundary you set raises your vibration. Every time you choose yourself, you align more fully with your divine purpose. You are not ascending despite the confrontations and separations. You are ascending because of them. This purge is necessary for your elevation. You cannot rise to the next level carrying dead weight. You cannot step into your destiny with anchors tied to your ankles. You had to cut the cords and now you are lifting off.